Join us on a chilling journey through history as we uncover the harrowing tales of America's top 10 most notorious serial killers, revealing the darkest chapters of the nation's past. Welcome to our comprehensive exploration into the minds of the most notorious figures in American crime history. In this riveting breakdown, we delve into the top 10 most prolific and haunting serial killers that left an indelible mark on the nation's narrative. Join us as we uncover the bone-chilling stories behind these infamous individuals and their heinous acts. Before we start our videos, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for all of our upcoming uploads. So further ado, let's dive in. 10. Charles Manson. Charles Manson, a charismatic but manipulative cult leader, formed the Manson family, preaching a bizarre apocalyptic philosophy. Infamous for orchestrating the brutal 1969 Tate LaBianca murders in Los Angeles, his followers carried out the heinous acts under his influence. Manson's ability to control his devotees, his magnetic persona, and the shockingly violent nature of the crimes solidified his status as a chilling figure in American criminal history, leaving an indelible mark on society's psyche. 9. Albert Fish. Albert Fish, a real-life embodiment of terror, was a deranged serial killer and cannibal in the early 20th century. Known as the Gray Man or Werewolf of Wisteria, he committed heinous acts, targeting children. His deeply disturbing tendencies included consuming human flesh and his shocking admission to crimes, making him one of the most chilling figures in history. Fish's gruesome acts and his own descriptions of the horrors solidified his place among the most terrifying criminals ever known. 8. Dennis Rader, BTK. Dennis Rader, also known as the BTK Killer, bind, torture, kill, struck fear in the hearts of Wichita residents for over 3 decades. Working as a compliance officer, he led a double life, terrorizing the community with a series of brutal, meticulously planned murders. His chilling modus operandi involved taunting letters to police and media, showcasing a twisted desire for attention and control. Rader's arrest in 2005 unveiled the shocking truth behind a seemingly ordinary man and exposed one of America's most perplexing and disturbing serial killers. 7. Richard Ramirez. Richard Ramirez, dubbed the Night Stalker, unleashed a reign of terror in the mid-1980s across Southern California. His grotesque crimes included home invasions, sexual assaults, and brutal murders. With his ominous appearance and satanic overtones, Ramirez struck fear into the hearts of residents. His capture in 1985 brought relief after a citywide manhunt. Ramirez's trial showcased a macabre charisma, leaving a chilling imprint as one of the most notorious and malevolent serial killers in American history. 6. Ed Gein. Ed Gein, a macabre figure, inspired the creation of notorious fictional characters like Norman Bates, Psycho, and Buffalo Bill, the Silence of the Lambs. Gein's grotesque acts in the 1950s included grave robbing, crafting trophies from human remains, and the murder of 2 women. His warped fascination with the dead and his disturbing household filled with human body parts shocked the world, earning him the label of one of the most morbid and infamous American killers in history. 5. Gary Ridgway. Gary Ridgway, infamously known as the Green River Killer, terrorized the Pacific Northwest during the 1980s and 1990s. His heinous acts involved the murder of numerous women, mostly vulnerable runaways and sex workers. Ridgway's ability to elude law enforcement for years and the high number of his victims made his case one of the most chilling in American history. His eventual capture and confession to 49 murders cemented his place among the most prolific and disturbing serial killers. 4. Aileen Wuornos. Aileen Wuornos, a tragic figure, was one of America's first female serial killers, responsible for the murder of 7 men in Florida during the late 1980s. Her tumultuous life, including a history of abuse and sex work, culminated in a string of killings. Wuornos' motives, her troubled past, and her eventual execution sparked debates on mental health and the impacts of a traumatic upbringing, solidifying her as a complex and notorious figure in criminal history. 3. John Wayne Gacy. John Wayne Gacy, a respected community figure, hid a sinister double life as the Killer Clown. Between 1972 and 1978, he lured and murdered at least 33 young men and boys in Chicago. His ability to charm and deceive his victims while performing at children's parties was a haunting contrast to his monstrous acts. Gacy's shocking crimes and the discovery of his victims buried beneath his house shocked the nation, solidifying his place as one of the most disturbing serial killers. 2. Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer, the Milwaukee cannibal, perpetrated a series of gruesome murders and necrophilic acts between 1978 and 1991. His twisted desires led to the deaths of 17 young men, with his acts involving dismemberment, cannibalism, and preservation of body parts. Dahmer's facade as an ordinary neighbor masked his horrifying tendencies, shocking the world when the extent of his depravity was unearthed, solidifying his notoriety as one of history's most chilling serial killers. 1. Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy was a captivating law student, charismatically masking a chilling truth. From 1974 to 1978, he committed heinous crimes, captivating and then savagely ending the lives of numerous young women. His elusiveness, self-representation in court, and several dramatic escapes from custody created a macabre fascination. Bundy's eventual capture, confessions, and the aura of charisma surrounding his darkness secured his infamy as one of the most terrifying and perplexing serial killers in history. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for our upcoming uploads. Until the next time, goodbye.